Hi everyone. Thank you for watching our videos, our previous videos. Thanks for liking, thanks for sharing. Like I always do, I always appreciate you guys because I can't appreciate you guys enough. So I will always appreciate you a lot. So today's class we'll be talking about profiting with real estate investment. Profiting with real estate investment. How you can make profits from your real estate investment. How do you make profit from your real estate investment? Number one is that you have to have a cash flow because cash flow is king. You have to have a cash flow because the important thing is consistent cash flow. If you have a cash flow coming from your investment property, aside from selling the property, and that those comes from rental property actually. So if you have your cash flow coming from it, you use from the cash flow to upgrade the property up to value, or maybe to change the actual value of the property. Maybe a property that is with a ceiling before you actually change it to a POP, a property that is not well painted before you actually painted it. The value of the property will actually increase it. So you can actually increase the property with the cash flow. So you must have a consistent cash flow. Without it, you are not building your wealth. You are not actually building your health. Without it, you are just holding the property for nothing. You are not building wealth. You are just holding the property. So I will always ask because I will always ask you, with the property you want to begin, you want to invest it, bring in steady income. Always ask yourself before you buy any property or before you go into any investment. Will this property brings steady income? Another point here is that rental properties are a smart play. Rental properties, they are a smart play because owning rental units, maybe one or two or three or four or five, it depends on the amount you have, can be your biggest cash flow. It can be your cash bank sef because you have a lot of cash flows coming out in from the various properties, rental properties you are having. Assuming you have like maybe 15 properties, you are now seeing your lease property rent for maybe a unit rent for just 500,000 naira, or maybe you are seeing just, let me say, 1 million naira in a property. Let me say times 5, that's 5 million naira coming for you in each year. Or maybe you have aside from the 5 million naira coming each year, maybe you just decided to sell the property after 5 years, you still get your resale value. That one, it will still come aside from the rental income. But the rental income will actually be a source for you to renovate your property and for you to have a cash flow coming from that property to secure another new investment or to do something else. Rent will still come monthly. I talked about that. The more the property, the stronger it becomes. Build equity by paying down payment. You have to build equity by paying down payment. Build equity by paying down payment. Assuming you go to a lender or a mortgage company and you apply for a loan for a property and you are paying back the loan yourself, and you're paying the loan. As you are paying the loan, your equity actually increases. So it will give you the more it will give the lender or the mortgage the more reason to loan you an amount of money anytime you actually need it, because the equity will be an interest for you to secure another property. And before you secure the property later, actually know that maybe if you really leverage that equity when needed, will the investment cover the loan back? The investment you are trying to use the equity to reinvest into, will it cover the loan back? Always know that before you invest into real estate or into collecting another mortgage. So another point is that using equity to invest in more property. I already talked about that. You can use your equity to invest in more property, and you can actually build equity by paying down payment. You can actually build equity by paying down payment. That's when as you are paying your down payment, you are actually building your equity score. So it will give you the opportunity to be able to invest in your property. So like I said, you have to be smart because the new investment you want to go into, will need to pay the down payment you want to, because you already have another loan going on already that you are paying for with another investment, and your equity is the one you wish to loan another money, maybe a down payment for another property that you wish to secure. Now you have to check maybe the property or the investment you want to go into is worth it, because if it is not worth it, you regret your actions and you won't want that for your investment. So the last point for today is that you have to boost property value with upgrades. I talked about that also. You have to boost your property value with upgrades. You have to boost your property value with upgrade. If you want tenants, better tenant, to attract, or better buyer to attract your property to sell at a higher price, or to rent at a higher price, you have to do some simple upgrades in your home, like the painting, like the tiling, like the lighting in the home. Those things can actually boost the value of your property, because a home without a good lighting, or maybe a home with that doesn't have some modern facilities, can actually the price of it can actually be different from a home which has all those amenities. So you have to actually maintain your property to be well maintained before to be able to get a resale value, a good resale value at the end of the day you want to sell property. So thank you. This will be all for today, and don't forget, I am your real estate consultant. If you need any property or any investment or in Lagos, Abuja, or anywhere, kindly state your budget, your preference, your specification, and we can help you with that. And also, we have a paid masterclass going on for property managers. Maybe you are just going into real estate or rental investment and you need to know about property management. We have a paid class for that, and the paid class will be coming